Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm your teacher Sayyid Shahnila and I'm here to teach you English. English Bal Bharati and the first unit is what a bird thought, which I taught you in the earlier lecture. So we are going to deal with the exercise in this video. So let's go for it. Now the first thing is two things to do it. The first question is find and list the rhyming words from the poem. So here's the answer. Well, shell, other, mother, find, blind, blue, you. You can find more such rhyming words by your own self. Try to find more words and write it down. Now the next question is learn and recite the poem. Learn and recite the poem loudly at your home and try to memorize it and ask your parents to listen to your recitation. Now we will see the next question. Describe the following in one or two lines. The first question is the first little house of the bird. Let's describe it. And the answer is the first little house of the bird is pale blue, small and round. We had seen in the poem that the first little house of the bird was a pale blue shell, which is nothing but an egg, which was small and round. Now the next is the nest. Define nest. Describe the nest of the bird. The bird's nest is made up of straw, green grass and leaves. We all know that the nest of the bird is always made up of straw, which is bhusa, green grass and green leaves. Sometimes they even use dried leaves to make their nest. Now the next one is the world around the bird's nest. Describe the world around the bird's nest. And the answer is the world around the bird's nest is the tree on which its nest is built and the far-stretched blue sky. So what the question here is we have to describe the world, उसकी दुनिया, बर्ड की दुनिया around its nest. उसके nest के आजू बाजू nest कहाँ पे बना रहता है? झाड़ पे. So we have to describe it. The world around the bird's nest is the tree on which its nest is built and the far-stretched sky. And the sky is blue, so the far-stretched blue sky and the tree on which the nest is built is the world around the bird's nest. Now the fourth question is imagine the following and write about each in your own words. The first one is what the world looks like to a baby. You all know babies enter the world with fully functioning brains ready to take in all that life brings. Most of their learning occurs through their senses. When a child is born, he sees everything around him upside down. Everything they see is an inverted image of the actual person or thing. We all know that when a baby is born, all the functions of its body is working. It's the brain of the baby, the brain, the heart, and all other limbs of the baby are working. So most of their learning occurs through their senses. We all know that babies can't speak. They can't speak. They can't move. They are immovable. And still they learn according to their senses, like they can hear, they can see, and they can smell. So they learn according with their senses. When a child is born, he sees everything around him upside down. बच्चा देख तो सकता है, सुन सकता है, बट उसकी फंक्शनिंग ऑफ द ब्रेन एक बड़े ह्यूमन बीइंग के जैसी नहीं होती है. वो दुनिया को कैसे देखता है? अपसाइड डाउन, उल्टा पुल्टा देखता है. उसको इतना नहीं समझता, उसकी इतनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं होती है. Everything they see is an inverted image of the actual person or thing. वो सामने वाले पर्सन को उल्टा पुल्टा देखता है, इन्वर्टेड इमेज देखता है उसके सामने वाले पर्सन की और कोई भी चीज़ की. So the answer is, let's repeat the answer. Babies enter the world with fully functioning brains ready to take in all that life brings. Most of their learning occurs through their senses. When a child is born, he sees everything around him upside down. Everything they see is an inverted image of the actual person or thing. Now the last question is what the world looks like to a fish. The fish is underwater always. The fish dies when it comes out outside the water. It can live only for a few minutes without water. So the world to a fish is water, actually water. Water के बिना it can't live. So for the fish water is the only world that exists. उसके लिए पानी है और वो पानी के बाहर का कुछ देखती भी नहीं है तो so water is the only world that exists for the fish. Now let's deal with the homework. So answer in one or two lines. So the first question is what is pale blue shell referring to in the poem? The second one, what are the things that the bird thought that the world is made up of? Why did the bird flutter from the nest? Can you tell what the world is made up of? You can answer the question by looking at the poem. So here I have explained you the exercise and I will give you one more homework if required for this poem. So be prepared for it and be prepared for the test as well. I hope you have understood the poem very well. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.